Cheers. Nice way to start. All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Dating and Marriage Perspectives. Damn good to the last word. That's right. My name is Karina, and I'm joined by my lovely friend, Amber.
Hi.
And today we're talking about to text or to call for love. Now, if you're around our age, Black don't crack, by the way, we're not going to say how old we are, but there was a time where calling was the primary form of, getting contact with someone, dating, any relationship really. And then, I don't know, last couple of decades, really, texting has just taken over. And so today we're interested in talking about like the role of texting and calling in a relationship, in dating. When do you switch over from texting to calling and online dating, setting up, our preferences for how we want to communicate and all that good stuff. So that's what we're talking about today. And before we talk about our own requirements around communication, kind of switching things up just a little bit. I'm just going on the fly.
Why not?
Amber, tell us how you met your husband. Oh. And, if you recall back on when you were texting and when you decided to talk on the phone, or like the role of both of those things in your relationship and how that just kind of showed up.
Yeah. Well, I think things it definitely happened. They say like things happen when you least expect it. And you don't have, I think I was kind of at the point, because I was online dating and I met him on Plenty of Fish. And I had been on the site off and on for like a number of years. It was something at first that was kind of like a pastime. And then I really wanted to find somebody. And then I would meet all these different guys like we talked about and date a lot of different guys. And then I don't know, I kind of just got fed up, right? Like, and so poor Brett, when he got me, I was like almost at my wit's end. I was like, whatever. So he emailed me a super long email. He probably cut and pasted, I don't really know, but it was like super long, and asked me about my life and blah, blah, blah. And I just said, listen, if you want to talk to me, just call me. Like, and I gave him my number because I didn't really care at the time if he called or not. I mean, he was good looking in his picture, but I didn't have any expectations of it. So he called me and we talked. And that's really what I thought was not only one of the bigger things that was different about him, but it was just nice for him to call. Right. Like, nice. I got tired of, people asking me questions, give them your number, and all they do was text. So
right?
Oh, it's annoying.
Like what? Why? Okay. Why are you asking for my phone number if you're not even going to use it?
Yeah.
And why can't you just respond if I'm sharing my phone number with you and you just keep texting or emailing?
It's crazy. It's crazy. And I think it's crazy. I don't know why, this generation, this era, but I don't even think it's this era, because I know that like my aunt's been online and she gets frustrated with the same thing.
So great point, because that's right. It's not just generation.
Yeah.
And your aunt is, up there, everybody's trying to find love. It is what it is.
Right.
And still in their 50s, 60s.
They just text. It's just easy. Right. But why do things have to just be easy? Like, I'm worth a phone call, and I want to know
exactly.
I want to know what the fuck you sound like. Okay. Like, I know,
because your voice sounds like Mickey Mouse.
Oh boy. Could you imagine? And that has happened before.
I think it has happened to me. And I was just like, oh.
It happened to me. I was texting with some guy for a long time, and I was just like, oh my God, can we please just talk? And girl, it was just sad.
You wish you hadn't asked him to call, huh?
I mean, he looked better in his pictures than he sounded. Let's just say that.
I mean, it is easier to email and text, right? You can do it whenever you're available. The thing that I find about texting and emailing is that you can think about it. You can write drafts. You know me and drafts.
True. Yeah. Yes. Oh my God. Don't let me tell the story.
I do that in texting and email. But yeah, there's this, you can be flexible, kind of think through what you want to say and how you want to answer some questions. Whereas a phone call, look, those tears are coming down my face already.
Shit.
It's just so easy. Excuse me, everybody. It's just okay. It's so not cute.
It is cute because you're cute.
No, it's not. It's not because my eyes are so sensitive.
Well, that comes from your soul.
A happy soul.
Yes.
An emotional soul.
Nothing wrong with that.
But with phone calls, like you said, you get to hear their voice, you get to hear how they think, how they respond to your questions, which it gets lost in texting and email.
Have you ever gotten a text from somebody or vice versa, right? But you text something and maybe it comes out sarcastic, or maybe it comes off hurtful or whatnot, and the person probably didn't even realize that it came off like that. Well, listen, we can just cut all that shit out. Just give me a call. And then I could also, you'll appreciate my response much better. So right. I don't know, just for me, and even to this day, like B and I still call each other rather than text. He did just ask me what I want for dinner, but through text. But I think because he knows we're doing this podcast. But usually he would call, like usually even during marriage, like we call unless it's something just super fast, like, okay, I'm going to pick up such and such from the store. Is there anything else we need? And then, by the way, texting is good because he can forget items, and I'd rather him just have a list.
True. I mean, this, that could be a nice balance.
Yes.
Nice balance. But I think with texting and calling, it really sets up like communication expectations, and there's just certain things you shouldn't talk about via text. Like some things are really worth the phone call, like, hear the person's voice and emotion and where they're at talking about something.
Yeah. Do you think there's something different? Let's say, I mean, there's also something where, let's say somebody just has like new experiences, like maybe, I don't know, 18, 20-year-olds, they may not be expecting to have a whole phone conversation. I mean, you and I remember those days when you actually had to pick up a phone and dial it, and those rotary phones, take the time to make a phone call. Right?
And you have to remember people's phone numbers.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. You can forget that now.
You can forget that. I think yours and Maria's are the only two phone numbers, and my mother's are the only three phone numbers I still remember.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Everybody else, if I lose your contact, I lose your contact.
Half the time, I don't even remember my office line. Right? Like, I'm like, it's crazy. But yeah, I just think there's a difference between, somebody, I would rather hear somebody's voice at this age. If I was single, I would like to know more about their day now, or if they have a past, especially after if I just got off of online dating, or if I met them through online dating. I want to hear your past at 45. Have you been married? Tell me about that. What happened there?
Exactly.
But if I was 18, I would probably let that slide a little bit more. Not quite sure.
At 18?
Yeah.
What would you let slide? The questions or the phone calls?
I would probably let the phone calls possibly slide more. But it's really hard to think about that because back then we met more people in bars. So
okay, try to remember what it was like to get a phone call at 16, 17, 18 years old at home.
Well, then we had pagers though, right? So you have to
so we had that too. Pagers, people, it's this little black thing. You just, hook to your pants. Doctors now wear them.
Yeah. 143 would be like, I love you. And, You could always spell boobs.
Oh no, I remember.
0 be 8 or whatever.
You still needed a phone to call people.
Right, right. There's only so much you could have said through pagers. So it's hard for me to look back there.
That's nostalgic for me. Is the times that Billy called my house and this guy, he went by the name LA and whatever. It was just nice. And I was 18 years old. I didn't expect to have conversations like I do right now back then, but it was, I like what you wore today at school kind of thing.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
where'd you eat lunch at? I seen you with your girls hanging out and nice game. I love the way you played ball yesterday.
Yeah, she did have some swag too. Oh,
just pop your head.
Yeah, yes.
It's I remember those conversations like, oh, you broke up with so-and-so. What's
look, she's trying to swoop in.
I seen you at the bus stop sucking on the lollipop.
Oh, come on, LL.
Now, I'm not 18 today, so I have no idea what it's like, but this is what I remember.
It's a different era, and I think a lot has to do with what your requirements are of the person you're dating.
Yes.
Right? Or the person you're with, whoever it may be. You let them know, okay, this is what I want, this is what I need. Either they're going to meet that expectation or they're not, but then you have to decide, okay, well, what do I really want?
Yeah.
What's really important to me?
Yeah, me and my partner's first conversation was 4 hours long.
4 hours?
It didn't take long.
Well, how long from when you were talking online?
Not long.
Oh,
like a couple days.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah.
And to your point,
yeah,
the questions, like answering those questions got long. They would just they start to get long. And I was like, hey, how do you feel about exchanging phone numbers?
Right.
It was like, yeah. And our first conversation was 4 hours. And then the ones after that were just as long.
Yeah.
On the phone till 11 o'clock, midnight, talking about everything, just about everything.
Isn't that nice? Like, if you think about it, remember how, I don't know, let's go back to our teenage years and stuff, when you were on a phone call with a guy till like late at night and stuff. And I don't know, you just felt that little butterflies a little bit more, being able to hear them and hear them breathe, just everything.
Hear them breathe. As long as it didn't have a voice like Minnie Mouse and
Mickey
Mouse.
True. Exactly. But I don't know. I just think there's something special with, being able to talk. It's nice to get a text, but I always felt like you could be out with somebody else and texting me too. So there's just there's nothing really, sweet about that.
So true. I mean, today, like dating today and getting a phone call, to me, like there's an effort placed behind that in a really high tech society, immediate, urgent, on the go, no time, whatever. Just to have someone pick up their cell phone. I'm going to say, my number. My contact's still in there. True. And they call to say good morning, or how's your day, or I'm on my way to your house, or whatever. There's effort behind that.
Yeah, there's something special about it. I love it. Have you thought about like, well, I don't know how much, well, I do know, but I mean, at what point, like how far, maybe for people who aren't you and I, right? Like, do you have any suggestions about like how long they should maybe be online to move into texting or move into calling or texting or whatever it is?
I mean, for me, so my goal with online dating isn't to get as many phone numbers as possible. I can't keep up. I got shit to do. I work full time. We have this project going on. I'm writing a book. So my goal is not to have as many numbers as possible. My goal is to make a connection that I think is gonna move to talking on the phone and eventually meet and date. So if that's your goal, then give yourself some like a timeline. Like if you're talking with someone and it's immediate, right? Because you could talk with someone and it's not as immediate. So you might spend like 2 weeks talking, but the response is like a day or
Oh
a day
no.
after 2 days,
Oh
right?
no. Don't even
But
bother.
then over 2 weeks, you've exchanged some messages. So it depends on your pace. Like I remember I was messaging with someone on one of the dating apps and we were going back and forth for a couple of days. And I was like, hey, you want to exchange phone numbers? He was like, oh, I'm not really a phone person.
Okay. But what the fuck? What does that mean now?
What do you mean you're not a phone person? Do you not know how to socialize? You don't know how to carry a
Right.
conversation like this?
Yes.
Do you need a safety net of texting and drafting and sending? Like, what do you mean you're not a phone? So for me, when you say that, I'm done.
Yeah, you can't
Because what does that
communicate.
mean if we have an argument and what we can't communicate?
Right. What are we going to do at dinner? Or when we're having, when we're just sitting there talking in person, you can't talk, you can't communicate.
That's what he said.
Well, I don't know. Maybe somebody can tell us what it means not to be a phone person. I'd like to
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
inquire.
Other people, same thing. We're going back and forth. There's a nice flow. We're responding. Hey, give me a call. Like you said earlier, give me a call. They don't call. They keep messaging.
No, I can't stand that.
Or this is what gets to me. Let's exchange phone numbers. We do. Give me a call. I'm giving you my phone number to give me a call, but they text instead.
That just pisses me off beyond
And
belief.
they keep texting and I'm like, I gave you my phone number so we can talk on the phone. Why are we still texting?
Use it correctly.
So set your own boundaries, what you're willing to deal with and just your preferences.
Yeah. No, I agree. And if they're not respecting your boundaries, then you have the decision, you have the power, either man or woman, you've got the power to say, all right, this is not working for me. Because if they're not respecting your boundaries they're not going to respect it long-term either. So
it's that simple.
It is that simple. Dating is not difficult, right? Like it really is not.
It doesn't have to be. It really doesn't have to be. You know, where sometimes we bend a little bit more than we should.
Of course, we want what we want when we want it.
Yeah, and shit happens. I mean,
And
literally,
shit happens. We've all done it.
I know.
I think the older you get, the less time for that shit you have, though.
Oh, so true. So true. The problem with texting too, between, if you're dating a couple of guys at the same time, which I've done, is that sometimes you might get the names confused and text the wrong message.
That should never happen, though.
Wrong. Yeah, because you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
You call everybody baby. Okay. And you don't have to put a name to it.
Oh my God, that was my issue. I call this one person, but this other guy's name in texting. Texting 101, do not use people's names.
Oh, who does that? Haven't I taught you well enough to know?
You did, but when the names start with the same letter and then just back to back.
You could have saved yourself. If it's John and James, you could have been like, hey, Jay. Because then he's going to think, oh, that's so cute. She's got a nickname for me already.
I can't hold back tears.
Don't hold back tears. That's who you are. That's what we love.
I know, but it just looks ugly. Like, people.
It does not. Oh, stop. You're so ridiculous.
Don't you hate that's the problem that can happen with texting. And I know I am not the only one.
Of course you're not. Men do it. Women do it. Everybody has done it. Let me just help you. Let me guide you. Okay. If they have the same first letter, just call them by the first letter or say, hey, love. Hey, boo. Hey, honey. Hey, baby.
Generic pronouns. Generic nouns, I should say.
I do mean, at least nowadays, especially, I when I do say those pronouns, they certainly mean something, but I'm not dating anymore. So not that issue. I only said it because I know my husband's name, but I still call him B or Boo Bear or whatever. Two B's.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Oh my God. Yeah, that was just so funny.
Yeah, no.
At the time it wasn't, but now I'm laughing about it.
You have to, right? Because we all make mistakes. We all have to learn from those mistakes so we don't create them again.
That's true. That's very true.
So it's all good.
Well, I do appreciate phone conversations. I just do. I think getting to know someone via phone call and talking about the things that you should talk about when you first meet someone and get to know them. It's just a phone call is just so much more better. And I think it leads to getting closer to someone,
Yes.
someone, catching your heart versus text messaging, which I don't know. It's just not my preference. For some things, sure, but just not my preference.
Yeah, I totally agree. But to each their own, whatever's comfortable.
Each their own.
Yeah.
I know.
But set your requirements up.
Yeah, set your requirements.
Yeah. So
what else do we want to say about texting or calling for the name of love?
I don't know that there's much more, right? I guess it's all like personal preference and whatever is comfortable for somebody. But if you sound like Mickey Mouse, I am so.
Yes, if you ask for a phone conversation, know that it's very likely, or not very likely, it's possible you might not like their voice.
Or be honest, right? Or be honest, right? Say, you know what? My voice is fucked up today and I don't sound that great. And if I can call you later.
Hell no, run. Unless you're okay with it.
Everybody.
I can picture like the bedroom.
Oh my God. How's that, baby? Get it. Oh God. Could you imagine?
No, I can't.
I can't even say what I want to say. I'm so close. If I would have finished this glass of wine, I would have gone there, but I'm trying
to. Yeah. Think about the bedroom, people. Oh, is that what you want to hear?
Yeah. Everybody deserves love. No. Oh man. No. There's somebody for everybody. There is somebody for everybody.
Yes. There
Minnie
is.
Mouse. Minnie Mouse baby around.
It's just, set boundaries.
Yes. I love it. Well, I don't know. I don't have much else to say about it.
I think we're good. I think that was an easy topic to talk about.
Boundaries. Don't do it. And love is love.
Love is love.
Love is love. Yes. That is, I know we both share in that thought that love is love. And, it is important though, to make sure that you have your boundaries of what you feel like you need, what you feel like you want, and live your life the best that you can.
Mm-hmm. I love that conclusion, Amber. I think you could just close us off.
Okay, well, thanks you guys so much for watching. If you would like, please make sure that you comment below. If there is a topic you'd like us to cover, please make sure to email us or share it down in the comments section. But you can email us at damperspectives@gmail.com. I'm not even going to try and spell that right now, but you know how to spell it. Oh, DAMPERSPECTIVES@gmail.com.
I love you.
That's the last word. You can also find us on social media like TikTok. You're probably listening to our podcast right now through YouTube or Spotify. So please make sure to comment, and thanks so much for joining. We appreciate it.
Until next time.
Bye.